Greetings, sir. My name is Priyanka Sukalingam, and my team members are Noor Afika, Siti Maisara, Muhammad Ilham, and Rabi will be presenting about logic flood detector circuit. This is our list content. As you can see here, we have introduction, equipment and component, procedure, simulation and result, application and function discussion, and conclusion. Alright, moving into introduction, flood is a natural phenomenon that occurs due to accidental and unpredictable circumstances. It occurs when water is overflowing from drains and causing waterlogging on the mainland. Flood monitoring system can monitor the flood level and warn people upon the danger of the flood. Existing flood monitoring techniques include multi-satellite analysis, image classification, and wireless sensor networks. It aims to monitor the water level and alert the authorities as well as notifying victims. Logic flood detector circuit has three water flow sensors using a switch as a simulation. Okay, for an example, when the water is in normal level, the condition of 7 segments does not show any reading. However, when the switch 1 is on, the 7 segments will display number 1. If switch 2 is on, the 7 segment will display number 2. When the switch 3 is on, then 7 segments will display number 3, where indicates the most dangerous water level. At the same time, the buzzer alarm will sound and the emergency light will come on.
I'm gonna talk about the equipment and the component that we use in our project. First one is buzzer. Buzzer is consists of an outside case with the two pins to attach it to power and ground. It consists of central ceramic disc and surrounded by a metal uh, vibration disc. Next is diode. Diode is a semiconductor device that essentially acts as a one-way switch for currents. Its function is to allow current to flow easily in one direction, but severely restricts current from flowing in the opposite direction. Next one is 7-segment display. The 7-segment display, also written as 7-segment display, consists of 7 LEDs arranged in a rectangular fashion as shown. Next one is switch. Switch is an electrical switch serves the purpose of controlling the flow of electrical current within a circuit. Function is to be used to both inhibit and flow of the current or to initiate it. The next one is capacitor. Capacitor is a passive two-terminal electrical component used to store energy electrostatically in an electrical field. The form of practical capacitor vary widely, but all contain at least two electrical conductors. Next one is lamp. Lamp is a light when an electrical current passes through them. It is made by the filament that made from a metal with a high melting point, such as tungsten and smaragd. Next one is relay. Relay function is to be used in circuit where it is not possible to have a direct electrical connection between the control circuit. Next is NAND gate. NAND gate is basically a two NAND gate is the digital combination logic circuit that performs the logical inverse of AND gate, while an AND gate output is logical 1, while if both inputs are logical 1. The NAND gate outputs are logically 0 for the same combination of inputs. Next one is resistor. Resistor function is to create resistance in the flow of electric current. The resistance is measured in ohms. Next one is potentiometer. Potentiometer Potentiometer is a passive electronic component. Potentiometer has a two terminal of input source fixed to the end of the resistor. Next is timer 555. For basic timing function, uh, it's turning a light on for a certain length of time. It also can be used to produce musical notes of a particular frequency. And the last one is the 7-segment decoder or driver. It is a low power Shakti BCD to 7-segment decoder or driver consisting of NAND gates, input buffers, and 7 and/or invert gates. Its function is to offer activate low high sync current outputs for driving indicator.
For the procedure of this project, firstly construct the circuit by using Proteus application with the following components, which is button resistor 74LS00, 74LS47 and E555, capacitor 7 segment, bus bulb 1N 407. After that, stimulate the logic flight detector circuit to get no error simulation. Then arrange the components on the PCB layout to get the connections. Furthermore, to see arrangement of the component before print can be seen on the 3D visualizer display. Once finished on the PCB layout, so can print on a transparent film using an inkjet printer and follow a few more steps before etching to get the PCB. This is circuit diagram that we construct. This is PCB layout that we got, and this is 3D visualizer. This is a video run simulation that we can explain on application slide. Thank you.
My name is Siti Maisara. I will present about the application and function. This circuit is functional as river or flood water level detector. The application of this project can be on drainage, rivers, sewers, airport runway and road. For the example is river. It is because the most common source of flooding are rivers and creeks. A flood occurs when a river or a stream overflows its banks caused by rainfall and excess water released by dams or receivers. Therefore, it is important to monitor water level in surrounding areas, but manual monitoring is fraught with risks, errors and delay. So, with a flood water level detector, the water level can be monitored and the flood can be avoided, and also can be reduced the risk of property damage caused by flood by the yearly detection.
My name is Rabia and I will do the discussion part. For the 3 water flow sensor, the water level will be displayed in 7 parts on each of these sensors. When the usual water level condition of 7 segments show no readings, for example when sensor switch 1 triggers or open circuit, 7 segments of display number 1 will flash. Then when sensor switch to open circuit, 7 segments of display number 2 will flash, and when sensor switch 3 open circuit, 7 segments of disable number 3 will flash, which is the most dangerous water level, and the alarm will sound and the emergency light will turn on.
Lastly, I will present about the conclusion. This project proposed the development of the technology for disaster control, mainly for flooding disaster, to minimize the loss of property and life. This project functional by 7-segment flash display to detect the water level. This project also can reduce the risk of properties damage caused by flood by the early detection. And this project can help people to detect flood water level better than before, because previously they used the method of embedding flood water level gauge without any warning detection, which is make them need to be vigilant at all time. So as the conclusion, this project very useful in our life to control flooding disaster, and we can monitor the water level properly, and so we can avoid any loss of property and life. Thank you.